better yet, what does your habits reveal about your thinking? We all should examine that. I challenge you, examine it. Good morning. Good morning. It's good to see you all again. If you have made it this far, we are on day 4. Well, I'm on day 4. I wanted to tell you guys about a book, another book that I'm reading, and it's called As a Man Thinketh. And you guys can see that, yeah. As a Man Thinketh. And I love this book. It's very, very short. It's only like 24 pages. So he draws from the biblical text that we all know, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. So whatever it is that you think in your heart, that's what you are. So that's from biblical text. And so he draws this book, basically he just kind of draws on that. And so when I started reading this book, I immediately, because I was already in the mindset that, like, you know what, this week I really need to be praying for over my thoughts and I've been on that kick for, like, this is day 4, since at least day 2 or day 3. I have been on this, and my prayers have really been full of asking the Lord, like, to help me with my thoughts. He said, men imagine, or people imagine, that thought can be kept secret, but it cannot. It rapidly crystallizes into habit, and habit solidifies into circumstances. Ooh, so I mean, that in itself, I was like, that's so true, because a lot of times, you can tell a lot about people by what you could tell a lot about what people think about themselves and not even realize it. We think that we're holding back from people. We think that we're keeping our thoughts secret, but the reality is it's in our habits, what things people see us do, what people see our circumstances being, particular circumstances being. So you can really tell a lot. And that's basically what he's saying right here. Well, what I'm taking it as anyway, when he says people imagine that thought can be kept secret, but it cannot. It actually rapidly crystallizes into habits. So the habits you see people have, the habits that we have about how we talk, how we think, what we believe. I mean, those things really, you can't keep those secret, because the moment you start talking to people, or the moment, if you know people, especially if you know them on a personal level, you know what kinds of habits people have. And so you can really tell, this reading this part really made me realize that, wow, you really can tell a lot about people's thoughts by the habits you see that they have. If they have habits of prayer, if they have habits of praise, though, that says a lot too about what they think and what they're thinking, or their thoughts. And so it begs the question, and I'll even pose that question to you all, because of course I am under observation this week, and I am under examination, really. I'm examining myself, and the Lord is examining my heart. I've asked him to this week. So I'm having to examine all of these things. And so when I think about what I've been praying for, even before I picked this book up, the question is still there. What are you thinking? What do you think? Or better yet, what does your habits reveal about your thinking? And so we all should examine that, probably. We could all probably stand to examine that, right? Well, I know I can. I know, and I can't speak for nobody but myself. So if that's you, hey, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying. Our thoughts become our habits, and our habits create our circumstance, basically. He didn't say it, but this is what I'm taking from that. And so that really, really, really makes me go deeper into, Lord, what's in my heart? What's in my heart, and what habits? What are my habits saying about my thoughts? And what are the circumstances, the overall circumstances that have been created that speak to my thoughts? So, if you are up for the challenge, I challenge you, whoever you are watching, I challenge you to examine that. Take some time to examine that. You don't have to just stop everything you're doing throughout the day or whatnot, but just take some time to examine, some mental time to examine that, to examine what are your habits saying about your thoughts. What habits do you have? Do you have a habit of complaining? Do you have a habit of negative talk? Do you have a habit um, of negative, negative stereotyping? Do you have a habit of judgment? What habits do you have? So if you're up for the challenge, I do actually challenge you to come alongside me this week or another week if it works for you, or I mean any time really. You can just stop and take some time to examine, your thoughts and pray for them and pray over them. So that's what I'm doing. So and I'm doing it again as I'm enjoying my breakfast. I am having oatmeal and baked apple. Again, baked apple slices. Again. And so, you know, that's where I am this morning. All right, guys. Good morning, you guys. Day 5, day 5, day 5, day 5. Y'all, I'm trucking on through. Y'all already know the drill by now. Breakfast for champions. So, all right, let's get this day started, y'all. Let's go. Good evening, you guys. It is day 7. Whew. Yes, y'all, the last day of my 7-day Daniel fast. And I just want to first of all say that I have enjoyed this time that I've been able to spend with you guys this week. And I hope that I have given you guys a good idea of how my 7-day fast usually looks. And I hope that you were inspired. I hope that something helped you. I hope that you had a takeaway or two. I just hope that, this was a helpful video for you guys. It was fun spending this time this week with you guys. And it was fun, obviously. It was good, obviously, to be fasting. But I have made it. I've made it to the end. And I really just wanted to come back on here to kind of close out this vlog and tell you guys thank you, especially if you have made it to this point in the video and if you have hung around long enough to get here with me. Just leave you guys with some tips that I think would be helpful and could be helpful to remember when you're fasting, or if you so choose to do any fast, whether it's the Daniel fast or whether it is any other fast of your choice. But so The first tip that I do want to leave with you all about fasting is prepare ahead of time. And preparing is so important. As you guys saw in my preparation video, I usually, it's a very, very involved process. My fast usually starts on a Monday, and so I start planning on Saturday. So I do my groceries and do my grocery runs on Saturdays. And so once I get my groceries in, then Sunday is my prep day. I cook all of my meals ahead of time. Well, my big meals anyway. I cook my main meals ahead of time so that during the week I don't even have to worry about, like, what am I going to eat? What am I going to, grab for whatever. So preparing even meals is very, very helpful, is a very helpful tip that I have found to be helpful in this process. Also, while we're on the subject of planning what you will spiritually attack during your fast is important. So plan the things that you even want to um, address during your fast. So, what is going to be your motivation for fasting? Are you fasting for an answer? Are you fasting for a particular thing? Are you fasting for the Lord to speak in a certain way? Like, what is your motivation? So, it's good to just have an idea, if you can, before you start your fast, of what your motivation is and will be. That way it can help focus you in your prayers. It can help focus you, in everything that you do during the fast, everything you do and the things you don't do. And so it can just kind of keep you focused during the week, because trust me, you need a lot of focus during the week to get through not eating in a certain manner. So plan. And if you need to, ask the Lord. Ask the Lord. If you don't know, if you just know in your heart that you want to fast, but you don't know what for particularly, ask the Lord. Ask the Lord, Lord, what should I be focused on this week? What things do I need to focus on? What areas do I need to concentrate my prayers and my focus and my energy, my spiritual energies in? Another tip, write it down. Everything. Literally. Write down your thoughts, write down your fears, write down your prayers, your prayer requests. I think you guys seen me do that a few times. I like to bring notes into my prayer and meditation times, so that I'm able to write down where I am. And what I don't think you guys saw was sometimes, even off camera, I, write various thoughts down during the day. Not every day, but I still write things down. It serves a good purpose. It serves even after your fast is over. I'm even after my fast is over, I'm still able to kind of look back on the times when I did fast and say, "Hey, I was working on this," or, "Oh, this is what I was feeling or thinking." Okay, so it's just really cool anyway. And plus, it's one of those things that keeps you focused. So in my prayer times, it keeps me focused. Focused on what I need to be doing and saying and praying for and requesting. So write everything down. Even write your revelations down. Write your any lessons that you learn. That's very important. So write everything down. That's helpful too in fasting. Another good tip is to be consistent. Be consistent in your eating, and also be consistent in your prayer. So it's important to be consistent, because consistency cuts down on stress, and stress is not what we need when we are fasting. So I found that to be pretty helpful. That's another reason why I just prep my main meals ahead of time, so that, okay, I already know what I'm working with. I already know what I have in the kitchen. Even from the time I do my grocery runs, I get everything in my groceries from my meal, everything I need from my meals, as well as my snacks. So kind of, so that helps with consistency, so that every day I know what I'm looking forward to, as at least in that department. So that consistency cuts down on stress. And the last tip that I'll share is just enjoy the process. Enjoy the process. right? Let changes happen, because changes will happen. Changes in your mind, changes in your heart, changes in your body, you know, changes will happen. Let it happen and enjoy it. You know, enjoy the ways of thinking that shift in your mind, you know, as you're fasting. Um, and key in on them. You know, key in on the things that do change. You'll have habits that change. You'll have, you know, for example, you might find an urge to read more because you don't have to focus attention on, okay, eating all this food and consuming all of these things and making yourself tired by eating lots of food. So you might find that you might have the urge to do a few different things, and just enjoy the process. Enjoy the process. So I will leave you guys with that. And again, I hope that you all have enjoyed this week, and enjoyed this vlog. And if you have any questions or you want to leave any comments for me, feel free to do so. And if you are not subscribed, think about subscribing to keep up with us and to keep up with the things that we're doing, because, you know, we would love for you to be a part of our family. Well, I'm going to leave you with that. And I enjoyed my time with you. So until the next time, you guys, I will see you soon. Bye.